Picture a man who never misses a Sunday service, whose Bible sits open on the nightstand every morning, whose prayers sound calm and practiced. From the outside, his life looks completely surrendered to God, but there is one door in his house that never gets opened, not even for God. He walks past that door every day without looking at it. It is not locked because he forgot the key. It is locked on purpose, one room in an otherwise open house, quietly reserved for himself alone. Here on Beyond the Cross, we want to talk about something many of us do without ever naming it. A quiet negotiation with God where we offer Him most of our life and ask Him to leave one part alone. It sounds reasonable at first. 90% surrendered feels like devotion, even like sacrifice. But Scripture never describes faith as a percentage. It describes it as a whole heart, a whole house, held out with nothing kept back in reserve, no matter how small the reserved corner seems. In the book of Revelation, Jesus writes to a church in a city called Laodicea, a congregation that looks stable and comfortable from the outside, wealthy, steady, needing nothing. And Jesus says something to them that should stop us cold. "I know your deeds," he says, "that you are neither cold nor hot. I wish you were one or the other. So, because you are lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I am about to spit you out of my mouth." That is Revelation chapter 3, verses 15 and 16. Lukewarm does not mean less enthusiastic or less busy with religious things. It means mixed, two temperatures poured into the same cup, real devotion sitting right next to a guarded corner that was never actually handed over. Jesus is not asking for more intensity. He is asking for wholeness, for one temperature all the way through. That is the man and his locked door. His prayers are hot. His Sunday mornings are hot. But that one room stays cold, undisturbed, and the two temperatures sit together in the same life without ever mixing. Jesus warns about this kind of division elsewhere too. In Matthew chapter 6, verse 24, he says, "No one can serve two masters, for either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money," he says. But this is not really about money. It is about anything we quietly promote to master status, anything we let make the final decision instead of Him. For the man in the house, the locked room has its own logic, its own rules he never questions. He tells himself it is small, contained, harmless. But a master does not need a large room. It only needs one door it controls. Centuries earlier, the prophet Elijah stood on Mount Carmel in front of all Israel, a nation that had been living the same way, worshiping the Lord on some days and bowing to Baal on others, never quite choosing. "How long will you waver between two opinions?" Elijah asked them. "If the Lord is God, follow Him. But if Baal is God, follow him." That is 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 21, a direct challenge to end the wavering. And the people said nothing. Not a single word answered him back. Refusing to choose can feel safer than choosing wrong, but the silence itself was already a kind of answer, and everyone standing on that mountain knew it. The man in the house understands that silence well. He has never said out loud that God cannot have that room. He has simply never offered it, and the not offering has done all the talking. Joshua faced a similar moment at Shechem, gathering the tribes of Israel together after years in the Promised Land, calling them to stop drifting and decide who they actually belong to. "Choose for yourselves this day whom you will serve," Joshua tells them, "but as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord." That is Joshua chapter 24, verse 15, spoken as a household decision, not a private feeling. This is where Jesus meets us, not with a list of demands, but with an invitation, standing at the edge of whatever room we have kept closed, waiting to be let in rather than forcing the door. "Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross daily and follow me," he says in Luke chapter 9, verse 23. Notice the word daily. This surrender is not a single afternoon. It is a door you choose to open again tomorrow morning, and the morning after that, every single time the old instinct whispers, "Keep just this one part for yourself." Full commitment is less a single decision and more a direction you keep walking in, day by ordinary day. Paul puts it plainly in Romans chapter 6, verse 16, "You are slaves to the one whom you obey." There is no neutral middle ground waiting for us. The locked room is not neutral either. It already belongs to something. So picture that same man, one ordinary evening, finally walking down the hallway and turning the handle he has avoided for years. Light does not flood out because the room was dark. It floods in because he finally let it. God was never asking for a perfect house, spotless and finished. He was asking for the whole house, the easy rooms and the hard one, because a divided heart stays anxious and a fully surrendered one finally rests. If this spoke to you today, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to Beyond the Cross for more honest, hope-filled teaching from Scripture.